Join the private sector energy efficiency movement led by the National Business Initiative by plugging into energy efficiency and stem the tide of rising energy costs.
So basically, if you look at the goals of an energy audit, okay, so the first thing is to identify the types and costs of energy use, and that's quite easy. Okay, you know how to do that. You basically from your energy accounts, from your electricity accounts, your fuel accounts, all of that tells you what is your different types of energy that you're using and the cost of it. Okay. The next step is to identify how and where energy is being. How would you say, for example, you're going back to your office and you want to do an energy audit and you're identifying energy waste. But the easiest way to identify waste, for example, is to match what your requirement to your usage is. Okay, so for example, I've got a cooling tower and I'm pumping water in the plant, for example. If I need to pump 100 liters of water a minute, that's my requirement, but I'm pumping 150 liters of water. I mean, I'm wasting energy, isn't it? Why do I have to pump 150 liters of water when I only need 150? So it's about matching your usage to your requirement. The same with lighting. If I come to this room and I do an audit and I say, well, I need 500 lux levels in this room because that's the amount of light I need according to OSHAC, for example. And now I measure and I got 800 lux. It means I got too much of light, isn't it? So you need to match the usage to your requirement always. And that's how you say, that's the easiest way to identify waste. And then once you've done that is to identify and analyze cost-effective ways of utilizing that energy, okay? And then also, obviously, then the last part is obviously doing economic evaluation. So looking at your payback periods and how many years it'll take me to recover the costs, it's 2 years or whatever. Lots of companies have a payback period of 1 year or 2 years. Anything more than that, they don't want to invest in energy efficiency. But lots of the time I find from experience is that people look at the capital cost rather than the operating cost. Okay, if you look at a pump or anything that has a motor like a compressor, a pump, fan, all of these things that are driven by motors, the biggest cost is your energy cost, your electricity. If I buy a motor and if it lasts me 5 or 10 years, 90% of that life cycle cost of that is electricity. The capital cost is only about 5%. But everybody focuses on the capital cost. Well, this motor costs 500 and more than that one, so I'll buy the cheaper one. But in a year, you recover that 500 anyway. And in the 5 years after that, you have the motor, you're saving much more. But nobody sees that. Everybody goes for the cheaper motor. They buy that one. Yes, it's less energy efficient. But they only look at the capital cost and say, well, okay, isn't it? So, and lots of companies you find they have a capital budget and they have an operating budget. And the two don't talk to each other. Okay, one says, well, I've got a fixed amount of capital, so we buy the cheapest equipment, and the other guy has to operate it. Obviously, his operating costs will go up because this guy is saving on the capital cost. But as a company, overall, it's one budget, isn't it, if you think about it. So you find a lot of these problems in companies as well, isn't it?